I never really identified myself as a romantic, you know. Just, you know, they felt it felt like an awkward kind of thing, and sometimes I think I'd read the scripts, and the male lead in a romantic comedy is the least interesting part to me. You know, it's much better to be the stupid guy or the funny guy or the earnest guy or something else. So, yeah, I remember when I was auditioning and I wasn't established yet. So, the second male lead was what was available, because the first male lead would already be assigned by the studio, and what was available for auditioning was the second male lead. And at a certain point I realized I was very happy to get the second male lead, since that was the first thing that was available, but it ended up being the guy who didn't get the girl in romantic comedy, because the first male lead got the girl. And so I got the part, but I didn't get the girl. And that was, then there was that moment where they said, oh, you're kind of like Ralph Bellamy. And I thought, who's Ralph Bellamy again? And he was a guy that was a very excellent actor working in the 30s and 40s who became notorious as the second male lead in a studio system where there wasn't as much mobility, fortunately, as I had to. And then I realized, I thought, how could I do three different parts so drastically different as Summersby, where I played the second male lead after Richard Gere, but I suddenly had a limp, and the director insisted, but my coat was too short for me, and I was a ridiculous choice for Jodie Foster, as it turned out, and she fortunately chose Richard Gere. But I never thought of it as a romantic comedy, but it became part of a guy who didn't get the girl. And then I did Sleepless in Seattle, which was kind of the quintessential Ralph Bellamy part. And then I did Malice, where I didn't, you know, I was married to Nicole Kidman, and Alec Baldwin ends up having pulled a little shenanigan and plotted with her against me. But I didn't get her, but I didn't want her. I defeated her and threw her in prison. And that felt like a good thing. But I became, again, a third time, the guy who didn't get the girl. And I thought, this is going poorly. My best attempts to reverse this are not working out. And then While You Were Sleeping.
You got your revenge with While You Were Sleeping.
While You Were Sleeping, yes, I did. Fortunately, Peter Gallagher was in a coma, so the other guy was easy to compete against.